Cameroon has 360 subdivisions. Cameroon has 58 divisions. Cameroon has 10 regions. In every community you find yourself in, Paul Biya has somebody there. It means that when you come to Misaje, for instance, it is not Paul Biya who is coming to campaign. It is Professor Fukaleso who is coming to tell his country people vote for Paul Biya. When you come to Nkambe, it is not Paul Biya, it's Sheikh Junes Yembe. It is Sheikh Musa, it is Ngala Gerard. It is the Director General of Comtel.
Please, I think,
the
analysis lopsided.
Permitter. These are the people you still have your floor when it's time. Now, these are the people who go to campaign. When you come to Boya, you have Honorable Malumba, you have Nalova Lyonga, you have Peter Mafanimo Songe. They are the people going to talk for Pobia. It's not Pobia is going there. When you go to Menchum, you have Walang Richard. He's the one talking there. It's not Pobia. When you come to Douala, you have people like Laura Eso, who is the Minister of Justice. He's the one talking. When you go to the West region, you have people like Celestine Kecha-Cortez. You have people like Jean Didier Momo. You have people like Emmanuel Ngannou Njomisi. They are the ones talking for Pobia. It's not Pobia talking there. And the people are telling them that I am Minister of Public Works now. My name is Emmanuel Ngannou Njomisi. If you decide not to vote Pobia again, be rest assured that the next government, I may not be there, but if you think that it's okay, vote the opposition. What I'm saying is simple, Mr. Liu. I have studied the political landscape. I've covered elections. Mr. Liu, you, me, and this Mr. Taj Ahmad Jarvis. In 2018, we covered the presidential elections where he was arrested in front of us. We know the story. We are saying that haven't studied the political landscape in this country. If the opposition does not form one, let them be making noise. Why? In 1992, Mr. Leo, Cameroonians had two things. They were voting either for CPDM or they were voting for Union of Change and not the SDF. And the Union of Change was Nijon Trudy. I want a situation where in my village, as I go and vote in October, I should know that I'm voting. Mr. Leo, let me give you just a simple analysis. Simple analysis. Now, sir. Yes, a simple analysis.
My time.
Yes, no, sir. Yes.
After him, I'll come back to you.
Yes, sir. My simple analysis. I give a very simple analysis. You come to Mr. J subdivision, where elections hold in October. One, these are the political parties in the village, because lots of our brothers are watching. They're indicating. One, you have the CPDM. Two, you have the SDF, and as of now, the two people who are supposed to be district chairmen of the SDF we don't want to say they have joined the system, but they are incommunicado. You have the ANZP, which as of now belongs to the presidential majority, Mr. Leo. At the end of the day, in Mr. J's subdivision, who are people voting for? The CRM is not known in the village. I must say it here. Manidem is not known in that village. Because when they put ballot boxes to go and vote, like I'll go and vote, they just put the parties that are registered within the ELECAM. So they just put, maybe they'll put CPDM, SDF and other parties. Now, Manidem is not known in that village. If the person who knows Manidem and wants my people from my village to vote Manidem, they should pay transfer and go to Mr. J. Mimi said that from Bamenda to Mr. J is 20,000 now because of the rains.
And you are proud to say that?
I'm not saying that I'm proud. I'm saying that I said it's a system. The only way we can vote out this system, the only way we can vote the CPDM out is to form one party. Where I should be going to Mr. J to go and vote. I should be going and knowing that I'm going to vote for Kum Leonard. When I have money, they are distracting us. Cameroon is too big for what they are doing.
Okay, Cameroon is too big. Please, I want us.
Okay. You people
no. I want us to look at the coalition effort. We have the Constitutional Council that is going to listen to petitions, and after that, we're going to have a definite list, and after which we're going to see the publication of the ballot papers for the respective. Will it still make sense to go in for a coalition endorsing one person when almost everybody's ballot paper is going to be produced?
It will not make sense like it did in 2018. We experienced the same thing in 2018 when Barrister Keremuna actually formed a coalition with Professor Kamto when his name has already been on the ballot. And so they could not take it away from the ballot. A similar argument occurred in Nigeria into the last election when a candidate names had already been included in the ballot and they had already printed, and the candidate was saying that he is joining the Peter Obi's coalition. They said, but it's impossible because your name is already on the ballot. So coalition now should have even started before the deposition of documents. And when candidates went and deposited the document and even paid that 30 million, I look at somebody and said, that is the end of coalition. Go in peace. The coalition has ended. Vote for your party of your choice. Because how will you explain that I want to pay 30 million and you pay 30 million, this person paid 30 million, knowing fully well that we are supposed to form a coalition? Then why are we wasting that money? That is big money that could actually produce boreholes, water during the period of the campaign. But you have already used it to go and pay 30 million. Then you say expect coalition. That would be an imagination from the, and even if that comes to place, it means that that candidate is a candidate that cannot develop the nation when it comes to economics. You are someone is an economist here. Why will you waste that amount of money when you could easily come to a coalition? Let me cue from what Song actually made mention. There are various elections. There are 3 elections in Africa now, which are coming on 2027. Let me start with Nigeria. Nigeria, there is a coalition known as the ADC. The ADC coalition they're in talks now for 2027. And the ADC coalition is made up of the Labour Party, it's made up of the PDP party of Atiku Abubakar, and it's also made up of Kwankwaso, who has a following in the north, and he came up with, I think, 1.9 million votes in the end of the election. So you have these 3 guys, plus some other parties that have joined, to fight against the APC, that's the All Progressive Congress. Now the APC also has its own coalition, where APC is getting members from PDP government, governors from PDP, they are getting them to join the APC, so they are forming their own coalition. This is for 2027. We are not talking about 2025 or 2020, and it is active. Let me pause there and come to Kenya. Now Kenya, who will also be running for election in 2027. But now in Kenya, we have coalition discussion that's also ongoing. You have the deposed president, deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. You also have the key opposition figures. You have Kalonzo, you have Matakure, you also have Michangi. These are 4 guys who are members of the opposition, key opposition parties, that have decided to come together for 2027. They have started their tour already. They have started their European tour and tour within the country. They are moving. They are holding talks. They are going to church, explaining their vision. These are for 2027. But you come to Cameroon, an election that we have for October, which is just we're in August, September, October. We are still talking about coalition. It is an error, an error of monumental proportion. Let me cue in also from what Prince Joel said. For example, let us look at the Cameroon electoral map.
Simple.
In the Cameroon electoral map, we have 25,000 polling stations.
Simple.
25,000 polling stations, which means that each of these parties will need 25,000 polling heads across to represent them in their polling station. Now, let us look at the polling units and cells. How many because you can come to a particular area. Let me use Moya for example. Moya has about 7 polling areas. You have GPS 1, GPS 2, for a school, a slaughterhouse, a different. All this. It means that you need polling agents in all of these cells. These cells, plus that polling unit, and you need people who cannot be compromised. Because when I hear Cameroonians say, vote have been stolen by who? For my own analogy, there are people who are monitors who definitely may be in that position of selling vote, not actually the fact that the votes have been stolen. Now you move to Bomaka and the rest. You need polling agents across. How can a party be able to cover this area? And there is something that a lot of them are not looking. And I don't want to hear that history will repeat itself at the Constitutional Council as it did in 2018. And what is the history? In the Northern and Southwest, there was no election. There was war. That's where their petition. Mark this. Those of you watching, this will be their petition in 20. When the election comes, that will be their position. That, no, there was no election, North and Southwest. Instead, they should come together now and strategize and form one force, or even let's even have two. Let's take the younger generation, merge. The other generation, merge. It would reduce the gap. Then from the other generation and the younger generation, one person comes, they form the bond, and now we move as a train. Because if you look at, let me go by data in 2018 result we have. In 2018, 3.7 something million people voted. Of the 3.7 million people voted, CPDM had about 2.9 something. Now you share that accordingly to the opposition. There are a lot of people who cannot go and vote because they say they can only vote when there's a coalition. And these are the people called a silent majority. And I want to ask myself a question. Does that of Serge Eptoua Matomba, does he have what it takes to cover the 10 regions? I was going to Bamenda, so then I decided to travel to Bamenda during the day, in the morning. As I was going, I was seeing villages. Then I asked myself that, how will it take if I was to be a presidential candidate to cover the entire this area? And that's where a coalition comes in. Like he was saying that CPDM has surrogate that will surrogate for them. That's the reason why if you have a coalition, the coalition will surrogate for you. Like in 1992, people Fundi could not cover the entire nation at a go, but there was a coalition, Union pour le Changement, and the Union pour le Changement was that in North, you protect it for us. In the South, you protect it for us. In the East, you protect it for us. We could easily have an uncompromised procel verbal. But now, when you are going that any man for himself, God for we all, you work with volunteers that can easily be bought, because at the end of the day, some of the volunteers that you have, you cannot pay them. They are not die-hearted. But if you form a coalition, the volunteers will be die-hearted volunteers who protect their stronghold. My conclusion on this is that if by Elekam is doing us a great favor. In fact, Elekam has done a great favor by toasting out some of the parties. And to me, the Constitutional Council should toast us some, so that
it's not a favor. They're just.
I'm just saying us. I'm saying us. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. I'm saying us a favor. I'm not saying that Elekam has taken side. I'm saying those of us who want coalition, as we are seeing the rejection, we are happy. Because the rejection is enabling us to easily talk to these people that, please, if I have means, please go and take back their 30 million. Let's come together. Some of you, if you really want, because at the end of the day, it is you will hear, ton mandat n'est pas fini. And it is just wait, you will hear. If you don't form a coalition, election is completed. I don't want to hear at the Constitutional Council you come and say that, oh, they are retiré le penalty, le billet a été marqué comment?
If you say that, they will say that I bought you over.
Okay. They should say now.
Okay, yes. Yep. So, now, let's look at this coalition factor. Almost everybody is saying that they should endorse this. Is this the language we should be hearing from these guys now?
This is the language we should be hearing, but the sad reality there is that everybody seems to be hypocrite as far as that is concerned from the political stakeholders. And let me say why they are hypocrite. You will hear, this person will tell you, I am open for coalition. The other person will tell you, I am open for coalition. I am open for coalition is a statement that we don't want to hear. What you should be telling us is that I have met so and so person for coalition. This is the condition that so and so person gave, and that is why till now we have not been able to reach a compromise. With that, it makes us believe that you are serious. Cameroonians are not fools that you come on TV and say, or you come press conference and say, I am open for coalition. No, I'm open. Everybody is open for coalition. Even the person whose file was rejected was open for coalition. So you should not say, I am open for coalition. We are no longer that political ignorant that I am open for coalition. I am open for coalition. We have gone past that level, and that's why I'm saying that it is greed. It is great because they believe, and sometimes you watch them, the level in which the effort, in fact, the greed, the way in which the greed has eaten deep in there, you look and ask yourself, can we actually get away from this? Because somebody will tell you, I know what it takes to win election in Cameroon. I can win it single-handedly as a party. Then you fold your arms, you look at the person, then you look at the person, then you look at the person will tell you, just wait, I see how I will defeat CPDM. Then you look at the person, you ask yourself, is it some angels that are coming to come and declare, like an angel came and declared upon the Virgin Mary and said, you shall give birth to a child that shall be Jesus? Is it the same angel Gabriel that's coming to say, you shall go to election and you shall win? Or is there something that they are relying on that we don't know? Let me say this for all the political parties. The language now that voters like Song Derek and myself need to understand is coalition. Because the CPDM, when this Constitutional Council will finish its hearing and remove a definite list, some of the political parties that did not go and submit, just wait, you will hear they will form their own coalition with this. Some of them form coalition with CPDM. CPDM is not ignorant of the fact that they need to be coalition, because they know that it is only through coalition that they can be able actually to win the election. Just 2 weeks ago, prior to this, we had some political parties that went to the presidency and met the Secretary General of the presidency and declared their intention to support President Paul Biya. But when you see the opposite side for the opposition party, tell me, since this we started moving closer to this, we have been seeing, you have been holding programs here for coalition since around 2024. Now we are at the doorstep of an election. We are still not hearing anything serious. This person will say, I am open for coalition, I am willing. Don't deceive us, you are not willing. Tell us that I have taken this step, I have met so and so party. This was the condition that they gave. And everybody says, I have the majority. The issue about the coalition also is that this person will tell you, I have the majority. And that's why when I look at the campaigns they are doing now, and I laugh because Mr. Dio, it would have also been easy for a party to win an election if the party is actually serious. Like you see, the effort that Nijo Fundi put in 1990, we have not seen that effort. Ask most of these candidates who have been accepted now. How many times have they toured around the 10 different regions of Cameroon till date? How many? Very few. How many divisions do we have? How many have toured around these divisions back to back? Very few. How many have actually started visiting churches, visiting houses? Very few. Across the 10 regions. That's to tell you that they don't have what it takes. Now it is only the coalition that can enable them, because if you are stronger in Douala, like Cabral Libi has a strong force. So in some area, yeah. If it's stronger, they can easily protect the vote there. You go to Bonaberry and some other parts. If this other party is stronger, they can protect the vote. And I think that they should now start discussing on harmonizing their plan. And what it takes to it's easy for them to form a coalition because they have their what called the manifesto. Look at where you agree first, then you start working on there. Where you disagree, you can share that later. But I will tell you that. This is
what is primordial for the nation today. When we looking at the political, the society projects of these parties, or they need to change specific aspects which has to do with the electoral code, the constitution, and our institutions? Shouldn't that be the focus for a transition that should say, or for a coalition that should say, we are not going to a greater extent consider the political manifestos of the parties?
Good. I think
we all are complaining about the electoral code, about the constitution, about this. Why can we not join forces? Our effort first.
Just have one main objective.
Yes.
Let
us go and clean the house.
Good, Mr. Liu. I think from the perspective of the electorate and the civil society and every frustrated Cameroonian who is tired of the status quo, the call is one: we need change. The politicians who understand this table, this tennis of politics, they are making it harder. Why do I say they are making it harder? I said it earlier that Professor Maurice Kamto wants to change Cameroon and make it better. Honorable Joshua Osi, the same. Integrity Barrister Akere Muna wants to change this country, and the youthful wing have come and they want to change this country. Why not sit and say, okay, because the problem is when you are coming to the table, like the national dialogue we had, which was a failure, was because we had a lot of preconditions. If you are coming to the table, you must not come to the table thinking that you will be the candidate that is endorsed. You come to the table knowing that what you people are going to agree on that table, that is what you are selling to Cameroonians. And what we want in Cameroon now is a moment of transition. We want a leader who is going to take over, build the institution, make stronger institution than stronger people, because what we have now are stronger people over institution. If we have a learned person who will sit at the presidency, within the first 7 years, or they agree that you're going to govern for 5 years, but during that 5 years we're going to have amendment of the constitution, we're going to have amendment in the institution, we build very strong institutions. The opposition have given Mr. Biya his highest trump card, and that trump card is their division, and it is explained by a very simple reason. The opposition seemingly don't like Cameroon the way they claim they do, because if they claim they love Cameroonians and they are patriotic to Cameroon, if they cannot agree among 12 of them,
okay,
how will they make 360 different tribal lines to agree?
Yeah,
it's all about greed.
I want us to look at what it takes. It is true that 13 persons have been validated to run for these presidential elections. Others may add after the Constitutional Council goes through the filed petitions. But what does it take to win a presidential election? Can you win a presidential election across the world, any country, without a real political base? Because if we have to profile these guys who want to run for elections, one may be tempted to say, where is your political base?